What you're looking at right now is an early stage prototype of FinSecure AI, a proactive insider threat intelligence platform we're building specifically for Indian public sector banks. The command center that you can see right now is the main screen investigators would land on. In the full system, every number is here. The 2847 monitored users, the 23 active alerts, the 8 high-risk users would be pulled live from the bank's core banking and IAM logs. From this prototype, we've used synthetic data, that is 50 stimulated users across 90 days. The system risk evolution chart shows how the bank's overall threat posture changes throughout the day. The global risk index, which is currently 67, which is an elevated risk, is a single aggravated score we compute from all the individual user scores. The live activity feed at the bottom is the real-time alert ingestion, which would flag events accordingly. The second tab is the user intelligence module. This is where the core of our ML approach lives. The key design decision we've made here is that we don't compare employees by job title. We run k-means clustering by observed behavioral patterns, so a teller who behaves like a relationship manager gets benchmarked against relationship managers and not just other tellers. Users like Rajiv Mehta at a score of 89 and Deepak Gupta at a score of 72 are flagged malicious because of their 30-day behavioral pattern. Users like Kavita Nair and Sunita Verma are backed 22 and 15. So this shows that these users are correct and are left alone. Every alert that crosses the risk threshold becomes a case that investigators manage here. We've changed this as a Kanban board: open, in progress, confirmed, dismissed, etc. because that mirrors how fraud teams actually work. Karan Mehta Malhotra, already confirmed as a real insider threat, is selling data. The intent behind this entire module is to replace the fragmented workflow that most Indian banks have, which is spreadsheets, email chains, etc. Then we have the network graph, which is the feature that we are most excited about. The one that no UEBA platform currently offers in this form, which is the collision evolution graph. Each node here is an employee, and node size maps are risk scores. The color shows intent: normal, green, or suspicious activity is orange, and a malicious threat is red. The idea is that the employees who look individually normal can be caught with their interaction patterns from an anomalous community over time. Our implementation uses a low-vein community detection on a network X graph with edge weights assigned based on the type of interactions that the employees have. The AI Copilot. Once a user is flagged, investigators need to understand why, and it needs to happen fast. The AI Investigator Copilot is a chat interface that will be powered by an LLM with access to the case data. In this prototype, we've hard-coded a demonstration conversation, but the actual integration would include Claude's API or a cheaper alternative like Grok for the prototype. An investigator would type "Why is Rajiv Mishra flag?" and the system would pull his behavioral data, log in at 2:14 am, 23 times above his personal baseline, etc. The system does the interpretation and the investigators make the call. The last piece, and most arguably the most valuable for a bank like Union Bank is the SAR generator. Now, filing a suspicious activity report with FIU IND is mandatory when fraud is confirmed. Right now, investigators write these manually, and it takes about 3 to 4 hours per case. Late filings expose bank to regulatory penalties. What we are building here is an auto generation. Select the confirmed case. For example, here you select Rajiv Mehta, and then the system assembles the SAR. Subject details, risk assessment, confidence score, event timeline, and all of it is pulled from the case file. An LLM then writes the part D narrative in FIU IND compliant language. In this prototype, the document is pre-filled with our synthetic case data, as you can see, and then in one click you can generate a downloadable PDF ready to file. Our target is under 10 minutes versus the process that takes about 3 to 4 hours. That's the full platform, a prototype today, but every architectural decision, every ML component, and every compliance integration is designed for a real public sector bank environment.